I'm nervous. We're launching web series, all right. Hey everyone, it's me, Hallease, endeavoring to persevere. As always, if you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media. As the title of this video probably suggests, we're launching web series, all right. So I have actually had the idea for this series for a while, and over the course of the last 2 years, Evelyn and I have talked on and off about getting it going and producing it either on her channel, this channel, Issa Rae Presents. You said that, not me, you said that. But just to get it out there and to try. I've always wanted to do a web series and produce a web series on my own, if you will, through the production company, so on and so forth. And there's no time like the present. Amen? Last year, I actually really pursued this in a very roundabout way. I applied to 2 different grants, scholarships, competitions with this snippet that Evelyn and I wrote and shot really quickly. The first thing I applied to with it was Sony Gemstone's Rising Storytellers competition. And then I also submitted it to a little thing called Super Patron, which was started by the CEO of Patreon. It's a nonprofit that gives out $50,000 a year to one creator. And basically it kind of acts as your salary, so you can just keep doing what you're doing. And I applied to both of those and didn't get either. So here we are trying to get this off the ground by myself. And so a little bit about what the show is. Hardly Working is a 5-episode series that follows 2 secretaries that are doing everything but their jobs. I really want the series to be something that lets me flex the acting a little bit. I feel like I don't really get to do that very much, and I actually really enjoyed that aspect of doing Say It Loud. So I want to do that more. It also lets me get into narrative fictional storytelling. Usually here on this platform, when I do stuff that has budget behind it, it's more documentary, vlogumentary based. I really want to write original stories as well and start to get into that. And also it gives me the opportunity to collaborate with my friends. Straight up, I love working with my friends. I want to collaborate with my friends. That's why I pulled in Evelyn to co-write this with me and also hopefully co-star in it with me as well. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you what we filmed and created last year and wrote together last year to pitch to these competitions that I didn't get.
Hello, thanks for coming in, Megan. Please have a seat.
It's Megan.
Oh, is that not what I said?
I don't blame you, it's hard, but if you just look at my mouth, look how I say it, and then you say it after me, okay? Megan.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Hi, can I help you? Did you have an appointment? You can have a seat. Feel free to have a seat. I'll be right with you. I'm breathing down my neck. 6 feet, sis.
Is this on? Have we started? So I don't get an action or anything like that. Where is hair and makeup? This is just my everyday beat. This is not made for screen. Okay, I'm gonna need 30 minutes. Somebody get me something to put this on. Someone?
Yeah, the new intern started already. Just started. I'm not gonna find nobody. I just need them to realize that I actually have a job. Anyway, I'm gonna head back inside. Yeah. Bye, Mom.
Okay. Say action.
Hey! Yeah, so I'm doing this week's onboarding paperwork, and I have everybody, I think, except who's Megan?
So that's it. Didn't get either of them, which is cool. Got an honorable mention on the super patron one, so props to me. But I still want to create this. I still want to make this 5-episode series. And I'm curious to see if y'all are interested in helping me out. The best way you can do that, aside from obviously liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel, please, that all helps, yes, is joining Patreon. Join my Patreon, patreon.com/Hallease. There you'll get early access to videos as well as private weekly vlogs from me where I'll go over behind the scenes of how we're doing character development. I'm gonna start to push out more content that goes into the behind the scenes of running this. And if you wanna be on the ground to see that whole process, consider joining the Patreon. Patreon producers will get early access to those videos, so they'll also get early access to the series when it's finished. I also plan to show y'all behind the scenes of writing. I want to let y'all see the scripts. I want to let y'all see the whole process and sort of demystify doing this type of work if it's something that you're interested in. For those of y'all who are unfamiliar with Patreon, it's basically a monthly subscription service to gain access to everything that I post there. And by the way, I'm still going to be posting all the other things that I put on Patreon, which is early access to the videos that are on this channel that won't have anything to do with Hardly Working. Private weekly vlogs that I call Monday Motivations, where I talk about a lot of other aspects of being in this industry and how I make it work, and anything and everything that Patreon producers have questions about. I make whole videos around them, answering them. So you'll get access to all of that too. And by joining the Patreon production team, patreon.com/Hallease, you will be directly funding this show. You will be directly funding everything that Stumblewell will need to produce this 5-episode series. And that includes paying Evelyn. So right now, Evelyn and I are in the early stages of development, but we have already figured out an agreement of what I will pay her to co-write the first 5 episodes with me. Pay your friends is like the big thing with that. Evelyn and I right now are in the beginning stages of developing the characters, and we're having meetings and we're doing character development documents, all that kind of stuff, so we can start writing the script. All right, we arrive at this meeting with our character breakdowns completed and ready to either discuss or revamp in the coming weeks. And we did that.
First of all, I'd love to say happy to be here. Cheers. First writer's room for Hardly Working. We did our homework. Okay. I'm proud of us.
We're doing it. The other things that we would need to cover are things like a cinematographer. So in that sample that I showed you, you notice that Evelyn and I are never in the same scene at the same time, and that's because I'm running the camera when she's in a scene, and she was running the camera when I was in a scene. And as you can probably tell, while it works pretty well in this little snippet to give you an introduction to the characters, it doesn't necessarily work well to do an 8-minute show. You know, we'll need a cinematographer, and so you will be helping to contribute to the budget for that. Wardrobe, props, hair and makeup, things like that. The location. Right now, we just used my co-working space and we showed up on a weekday and kind of did a socially distanced thing and made it work. But you know, we're gonna actually need to find an actual location to film this at so it's a little more believable. Maybe something with some cubicles, I don't know. Finally, the other thing is, you know, we're still in a panini press. There are gonna be things that we need to do to prep for the production to make sure that everyone is safe. All of that, everything you can think of that goes into producing a web series is what you would be helping us to achieve if you join my Patreon, patreon.com/Hallease. Also, one of my favorite things about working on projects, especially through Stumblewell, is doing motion graphics and things like that. So I want Hardly Working to have its own little motion graphic designed opener. And you've seen what we've been able to do. You know, Stumblewell, we produced the opening graphics and general look and feel for Say It Loud. We also did the same thing for Belief in Fatherhood last year. And so I want Hardly Working to be a next level of that as well and have its own look and feel and all of that. So that's what the money will go towards, and that's what I'm trying to do this year for 2021 is I really want to produce Hardly Working, have it be 5 episodes and then 5 behind the scenes episodes for y'all. And if you're interested in being a part of it, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Hallease, and consider joining the Patreon production team. I have an internal goal for myself to premiere the show by June. I definitely think it could be done sooner than that, but I'm trying to give myself the space to make mistakes, continue to crowdfund, all that sort of stuff. One thing I will say, if you do decide to join Patreon, is consider becoming an annual member. One, it's cheaper in the long term, it saves you money. But two, you only get charged once the whole fee, and then you have access to the Patreon feed at whatever tier you agree to for the whole year, and you don't have to think about it anymore. The way Patreon works again is, as I push out Patreon exclusive content or early access content to the platform, you'll get a ding in your email and you'll see it and you'll be able to go access it and watch it. I think it's really beneficial to consider doing the annual membership rather than the monthly, so that way it's budgeted, it's done, and you don't have to worry about getting charged again until next year. And then hopefully by next year, I'm pitching you the next project, and you can decide then if you want to stick around or shut it off. So yeah, that's me. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to get off the ground. I really hope you'll join and check it out and come along with me for the ride of producing a mini web series here on this channel potentially, or maybe it ends up somewhere else. Like I said, Issa Rae Presents. I didn't say that, you said that. I don't know if it's gonna end up on Issa Rae Presents or something. You said that, I didn't say that, but speak it. Go ahead and speak that for me. Again, if you're new here, I'm Hallease, a digital storyteller and video producer, and on this channel, I document my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow social media. Thank you again to my Patreon producers who have already been with me for a while now. It has been a wonderful journey, and I can't wait to keep it going. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you.